Hey everybody, I'm going to do a real quick video, just kind of a little review on batteries for the Leaf Aptus 2 back units. When I got my unit, it came with the battery from Leaf, and from what I gather, they're just an old camcorder battery that it's from a Samsung unit or something. But their replacement batteries, that I think they're asking between, I've seen them between like 45 and $70. 70 usually being from Leaf or Phase. You know, I understand, but there's no specific branding from those companies on the batteries, so I kind of feel like for a battery that that they're getting from, Korea, Japan, wherever, I feel like $70 is asking quite a bit. And we know the life on them it's just it's okay. So after a lot of research and everything like that, a lot of people seem to recommend the Maximal Power brand batteries, which is obviously a third-party battery made out of Hong Kong, Japan, wherever. It's just a replacement for a Samsung SBL 160. And the particular batteries that I got are a 2500 milliamp compared to the 2350 milliamp of the factory battery pack. These do tend to last a little bit longer. So far, I haven't had any memory problems. I've been able to kind of charge them, halfway, whatnot, and still have about the same amount of shots through the battery. And actually, it's funny enough, sometimes these will outlast the crappy alkalines that I have inside the camera body. So, but like I said, they're really cheap. I picked these up from a seller off of eBay, and I think I paid, it was like $9.99 or $10.99 for them, for each one, and that included free shipping, so that was a pretty good deal. So as you could see, I grabbed a bunch of them, and I did have some problems with the first shipment. One of the batteries was cracked in the back, and that's just kind of, them saving on shipping, because, it's free anyway. But it was replaced, no problem, so no big deal there. But I do recommend these. I was so happy with these that I recently rented a X100 for a trip just to try out and mess around with, and the rental only came with one battery, so I picked up a Maximal Power battery for it as well. And same thing. I think that the battery life on it was, up to par, if not a little bit better than the factory battery. It fit just fine. Speaking of fit, these do fit very snug with the way that the batteries fit on the digital back. So on the digital back here, you'll see, here's your battery holder. This is the little tab that kind of the battery butts up against. Now, when you put one of these batteries in, you often, or not often, but it slides in like that. The little tab pokes up on the side right here. The problem with these batteries is that, the manufacturing process probably isn't as stringent. I guess you could say it's not as accurate. So right on the back side of here, I had to shave off just the slightest bit. I mean, you could pretty much almost just scratch it off if you want. Use a small piece of sandpaper. I mean, it really does not have to be much. And that basically just allows that. I mean, you can get the battery to stay in without doing this, but you really want to make sure it's like a tight, it's in there tight, and you can see that little nub click up into it. Other than that, I did have a battery, the first time I grabbed these and used them, I did have a battery fall off on me on a shoot, and that was about the end of that. So I went ahead and modified all of these. The only other thing I could think of is that the charge indicator on these, as you can see, I put a little dab of paint right there. Unlike the factory ones that come with a red pre-painted indicator, these ones were blank for some reason. It obviously has a spot where you put some sort of marking paint in it, but they were blank. So it's, takes 2 seconds to throw a little bit of paint in there. So it just kind of helps out, especially with these backs sucking up batteries, and you have like 10 of them in your bag. It's just one other thing that helps when you're out and about and on the go. So. But other than that, like I said, about the same charging time, lasts a little bit longer than this battery. Now this battery was used, because I did buy the back used. So I don't know what the factory battery life is like brand new, but I don't really care to figure out, because I'm not, I could buy 7 of these for 1 of these. So, and they're pretty much the same thing, because they're both made in a foreign country and on the cheap. So Maximal Power, really good deal. That's about it. Thanks.